so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. It's Eckler again. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Six 0 our score after 1. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync.
Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
A first down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Chiefs at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 17-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He'll give this to Bell. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Complete on the quick throw to Moore. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. They'll run it with Elliott. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. Ezekiel Elliott unable to punch it in. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive. Got
to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
He's got a man complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. Catch is made by Hardman. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there for KC. 42 yards.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Sliding out of the pocket. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Once more, here's Eckler. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Caught by Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Herbert now. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, here in this 3rd quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a 1-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourselves to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way, and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Eckler now between the tackles. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
What a dynamic player Eckler has become since going undrafted out of Western State. He was top 5 in rushing touchdowns and all-purpose yards last season, while nearly getting his first 1,000-yard campaign on the ground. Somehow, he has yet to appear in a Pro Bowl. That seems likely to change this season.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Johnston. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Play action. It's Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. Jeep. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the, you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. and now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in the trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rockabye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton, but with that gang then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live in. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottle. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.